If your Shopify store is making less than $100 a day and you want to start scaling it today, I'm going to show you the 5 tactics that I use every single time I build a new store. The same ones I just used to take a brand new store from $0 to $20,000 in 20 days. Because if there's one thing that 8 years and multiple 7-figure stores have taught me, is that the difference between a store making $500 and $50,000 usually isn't the product. It's 1 or 2 decisions the person at $500 continuously keeps putting off. So if you're ready to stop sitting on a store that's barely moving and actually start growing it, pay close attention. The first step to growing a small store isn't adding more. It's realizing that you're probably losing money right now and you don't even know it. Here's what happens with most small stores. You've got 10 products listed. 3 of them are getting clicks, but no sales. 2 of them are getting sales, but the profit margins are terrible after ad spend. And the rest, nobody's even looking at them. But you keep running ads for all of them because you think, well, maybe this one will take off eventually, but it won't. When you're trying to grow a small store, every single dollar matters. And every dollar that you spend on a product that isn't working is a dollar that you can't spend on a product that is. So here's the exact process that I use to decide what stays and what gets cut. So the first thing that I look at is the conversion rate. Now, if a product has gotten more than 100 clicks and it's converting at less than 1%, I kill it. That means out of 100 people who saw the product, less than 1 person bought it. That market is telling you that these people are just not interested in it, or they're not interested in your offer. Second, I take a look at the profit margin after ad spend. If I'm spending $15 to get a sale and I'm only making $10 profit, that product is losing me $5 every time that somebody buys it. Where at that moment, I don't care if it's getting sales, because if it's not profitable, it's gone. And third, I give every single product a 7-day test window. If I've already spent over 7 days on this product and over $200 in ad spend and I haven't made a single sale, I turn the ads off and I remove it from my store. No second chances, no let me try one more creative. I just cut it and I move on. Because here's the reality. You don't need 10 products to scale. You need 1 product that's working, and you need to pour everything into making that product do $100 a day, then $200, then $500. Then once you got the product consistently profitable, then you can go out there and test the second one. But until then, cut everything that isn't working and focus all of your energy onto what is. So right now, today, I want you to go into your store. I want you to pull up your analytics. Look at your conversion rate, your profit margins, and how long each product has been running. And kill everything that doesn't pass those 3 tests. Now, once you know what product is working, there's still one thing that can destroy your profits before you can even start scaling. And it's not your ads. It's not your conversion rate. It's actually something that most people don't even think about until it is too late. Let me go ahead and show you what I mean. Here's what I see all the time. Someone finds a winning product, they start getting sales, they then start scaling their ad spend and orders are starting to be put in. But then out of nowhere, their supplier ghosts them, or they ship the wrong product, or orders are taking 3 weeks to arrive and customers are starting to demand refunds. And just like that, what should have been a winning month turns into a nightmare of chargebacks and angry customers. At this pace, you're never going to grow. And this is why I lock in a reliable supplier before I even think about scaling. And the way I do that is through TeamDrop. Now, before you skip forward thinking that this is an ad, it is not. TeamDrop is the tool that I use to source suppliers for all my products. And here on this channel, I want you to be equipped with the best as well. Let me explain why I recommend it. Okay, TeamDrop uses AI-powered sourcing to connect you with reliable suppliers from a global network. And you get your own private agent from day one. So instead of messaging random suppliers on Alibaba and hoping that they can actually fulfill on time, you've got someone that you can contact directly for order updates, sourcing help, and product verification. And the reason that this matters when you're scaling is simple. Let's say that you're doing 10 orders a day right now. Well, if one order gets messed up, that's annoying but manageable. But when you scale to 100 orders a day and your supplier can't keep up, now you've got 10 to 20 messed up orders every single day, and that will kill your store faster than anything else. So before you pour more money into ads, make sure that your supplier can actually handle the volume. And if you feel like you want to check out TeamDrop as a way to do it, I'll add their link right below this video as well. Alright, so you've cut the losers and now you've locked in with your supplier, which ensures that you won't move backwards. But now comes a part that actually drives growth. This is where most people mess up when trying to grow a small store. They've got one product that's working, it's making around $50 to $100 a day, and instead of scaling that, they think, okay, cool, now let me go out there and find another product. Well, here's what I always like to say. When you've got a product that's working, you don't need 10 more. You need that one product doing 10x more. And here's how. So first you need to look at your ads. Ask yourself which creative is getting the most clicks, which one is converting the best. Then take that winning ad and create 5 variations of it. Same hook, different visuals, same format, different script, and same avatar, just a different tone. And I want you to test all 5 of these. Kill the ones that don't perform, and then keep the winners. Then continue to keep doing this over and over again, where the goal here isn't to find one perfect ad. The goal is to have a constant rotation of winning ads, so you're not relying on one creative that is going to burn out in 2 weeks. Second, look at your targeting. If you're running ads to a broad audience, start testing narrower segments. Are women aged 25 to 34 converting better than men? Great. Create a campaign just for them. Is your product selling better in certain states or cities? Great. Geo-target those areas. You see, the more that you can narrow in on who's actually buying, the more efficient that your ad spend becomes. And third, raise your budget on what's working. If you're spending $20 a day on an ad that is profitable, try $30, then $50, then $100. Now definitely scale slowly. Don't just jump from $20 to $200 overnight, because that will mess up your algorithm and tank your performance. But you do want to keep pushing more money towards the things that are actually working. Because if you're seeing consistent returns at $20 a day, there's no reason that you can't be doing $50 or $100 a day on that same creative. Where the stores that scale fast aren't the ones that are constantly chasing new products. They're just the ones that find one winner and then milk it for everything that is worth. So now at this point, you should be scaling. But the next part is where you can literally 2x your profits overnight. Because it doesn't matter how much traffic that you get. If people only buy once and never come back, you're leaving money on the table. Here's the simple math, okay? Let's say that you're spending $10 in ad spend to get one sale, and you're making around $15 profit per sale. Well, that's $5 profit per customer, which is not bad. But if that same customer buys again in 30 days, now you've just made $30 profit off of that same $10 ad spend, where your ROI has now just tripled. That is the power of repeat customers. And the way that you get repeat customers is through automated email and SMS flows. And here's what I set up for every store that I run. Let's say someone makes their first purchase. Well, you should immediately have a welcome flow kick in. And what that does is it introduces them to the brand, thanks them for their order, and sets them up for the next purchase with a discount code for their second order. Now, let's say that somebody buys once and they never end up coming back. Well, a win back flow will then send them a reminder 30 days later with an offer to bring them back. Let's say someone's been a repeat customer. Well, a VIP flow rewards them with an exclusive deal and early access to new products. And I want to be clear that these flows run on autopilot, meaning there is no manual work from you. And these flows, they account for a massive chunk of revenue once your store starts scaling. And the platform that I use for this is Omnisend, because it is built specifically for e-commerce. Say someone adds your product to their cart but doesn't buy, well, the cart abandonment sends them a reminder. Someone browses but doesn't add to cart, browse abandonment nudges them back. These flows alone, welcome, cart abandonment, and browse abandonment, account for 87% of all automated revenue. And the data backs it up. Brands using Omnisend make an average of $68 back for every $1 that they spend. So if you're trying to scale past $100 a day, this is not optional. You need automation working for you while you sleep. So let's go ahead and recap real quick. So far, we've covered 4 steps that will get you moving forward. But there's one vital part that we haven't covered yet. And without it, everything that we just talked about won't matter. This is the step that separates hobbyists from people who actually scale. Most people running small dropshipping stores, they have no idea what their numbers are. They know that they're making sales, they know they're spending money on ads, but they just don't know their real profit margins. They don't know their customer acquisition costs, and they don't know their lifetime value. So every single day, they're just sitting there guessing. And when you're guessing, you can't make smart decisions about where to spend your money. Here's what I track for every store that I run. Profit margin per product. Asking myself, how much am I actually making after product costs, shipping, and transaction fees? Next is the customer acquisition cost. How much am I spending in ads to even be able to acquire one customer? Then return on ad spend. For every dollar that I put into ads, how much am I getting back? And lastly, lifetime value. How much is one customer worth over 90 days? These 4 numbers tell me everything that I need to know about whether I should scale, pull back, or pivot. Let me just go ahead and give you an example. Let's say that I'm spending $15 in ad spend to acquire one customer, and I'm making $20 profit on their first purchase. Well, that's around $5 profit per customer. But if I know my lifetime value is $50 because customers continue to keep buying again, well, I can afford to spend $30 to acquire a customer and still be profitable. That means I can scale my ad spend way more aggressively than someone who's only looking at first purchase profit. But if you're not tracking these numbers, well, guess what? You will never know that. You'll scale too early and blow your budget, or you'll scale too slow and end up just leaving money on the table. So every week, I pull up a simple spreadsheet and I track these 4 numbers, which is your profit margin, your customer acquisition costs, your return on ad spend, and your customer lifetime value. That's it. And that's what allows me to make data-driven decisions instead of emotional ones. So if you want to be able to grow your small store fast, then you need to treat it like a real business. Every day, track your numbers and make decisions based off of data, not feelings. And look, I'm gonna be real with y'all for a second. I remember having all this information and still making the wrong moves. And it wasn't because I wasn't watching the right videos or I didn't understand the concepts. I understood them. I just had nobody in my corner telling me, hey, not yet, or that number doesn't work, fix this first. Or when I first started, that gap cost me over $20,000 in losses. A story that I don't even want to get into right now because of how much it still stings. But what really kills me is that none of that even had to happen in the first place. I mean, just one person who actually looked at my numbers and knew what they were doing before I made that move would have saved me from all of it. So if you're at that point where you feel like you have all the information, but you're still not sure that you're applying it right, that is not a you problem. That is a support problem. And that's exactly why I built my one-on-one mentorship, where myself and my team will be in your corner every single day of the week, reviewing your stores, your ads, your numbers, and telling you what to fix before it costs you. So if that sounds like something that you've been missing, then you can apply for one of the limited spots available in the description down below so we can see if you're a good fit. Now let's go ahead and recap. First, you need to cut everything that isn't working and just focus on your winner. Second, fix your supplier before you scale. Don't let fulfillment kill your growth. Third, double down on what's working. More volume, better targeting, and higher budgets. Fourth, turn one-time buyers into repeat customers. Automate your follow-up process. And fifth, track your numbers like a real business. Know your profit margins, your cost per acquisition, your ROAS, and your lifetime value. These 5 steps are what took me from running small dropshipping stores that stayed stuck to scaling consistent brands overnight. So if you're serious about growing your store fast, then follow this exact process. And now from here, you're probably asking, well, what should I do next? Well, now that you know how to scale, your next move is learning how to optimize and run Facebook ads. And inside this next video, I'll walk you through it all step by step on screen right now. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching and following along. This is AC with Supreme Ecom, and I'm out.